Hello, everybody. Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. I'm so glad to have y'all all here with me for episode 19 of One on One. And I'm today with me. I have a special guest with me, running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, Mr. Jacques Patrick. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right, man. Just can't complain, man. Just trying to get it in every day. Blessed, Um, just taking everything one day at a time. It's a crazy time right now with the COVID. So just got just see a blessing in every day. Find a blessing in every day.
Exactly. So with that being said, let's start off with the check-in. So I want to check in on how you and your family have been doing through COVID. How y'all handle everything? Just trying to navigate through it. I know it's been wild out there. Of course, everything that's been with the racial tension. It's been a lot going on these
Yeah,
last couple of months. And how have you been able to navigate through these times?
man. It's just I just been praying, staying prayed up. Making sure that's first in life. I've been blessed. Just staying. I was after the XFL season. I moved back to Orlando. And, I spent a lot of time with my family. That you usually wouldn't be able to get with your family. Yeah. Was doing virtual, OTAs through Zoom meetings and stuff. And then recently, like last month, middle of last month, I came down to South Florida, and I'm training down here right now. Hopefully, in a few weeks, we'll be able to report to our facilities and get rolling.
Yeah, I mean, and I know that's got to be tough, especially with all the virtual stuff right now. I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
we're connected here on the virtual front. I mean, Zoom has been probably a lifesaver for a lot of people
yeah.
during these times. So I know that part of it has probably been really tough on you. Now, let me ask you this: Now, how did you get your love of football? Where did that love of football come from? And when was the moment that you said, "Man, I know this is the game I wanna play and I wanna make a career out of"?
Oh, it's. I mean, when I first picked up the ball, man, it was just like something I fell in love with. I always had my friends. We always played sandlot ball.
Hmm.
That's just something we did in the neighborhood, and I eventually started getting to organized football around 7 or 8. Yeah. From there, my first year, I didn't really like it as much, because I didn't understand the rules of the game. I just want to, as a kid, you just want to play like you always played in Sandlot. Yeah, you have no position in Sandlot. So, when I first started out, they had me playing. They had me playing like fullback or something. Not linebacker. They had me playing linebacker. And I was wanting to play quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because looking, as a kid, when you watch a football, all you understand, what I mean, you most of the time, all you understand who is the quarterback. So like me, my first year wasn't as good. So I went over and I was played with a different team my second year, and
Right.
it was like really when I really like started to realize I had a talent was when my dad, he took me to a team called the Buccaneers, where I played with guys that I still know today. That's when I really took off. I got the confidence that I could play the game, and from there on, it was just the rest is history.
And it's crazy how, like, most people don't realize, like, that quarterback is that person who's going to touch the ball on every play. So who doesn't want to be the guy that's touching the ball on every play and making things happen? But they had you at linebacker. Now were you a solid linebacker? I guess that's the question at hand.
Like I was, when you were a kid, you get you first, you get to the game, and like you gotta embrace that contact, and I didn't, what I'm saying, I wasn't ready for it yet. I wasn't about, I feel like the defense, you're born to play defense, you know what I'm saying? Some guys just born to play defense, some guys born to play offense.
Right.
Like I just felt like my offense was my passion.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, I think when I played in school, I wanted to be a receiver so bad.
Yeah.
And they was like, "Nah, bro, you're gonna be cornerback." I'm like, "I'm not a cornerback." Yeah, I guess they picked me as a cornerback because in that league, all they did was run the ball. Nobody passed. I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to worry about
Yeah.
nobody throwing my way. So, I mean, I guess you could say I was pretty solid. The one guy that threw my way, I mean, I guess he caught it, but he only got 3 yards, so we was we were good then. Now, I mean, you go through a lot of, times to get to where you were at Florida State. Now, what made you in the end choose Florida State, and how did that really like develop your growth before reaching the professional level?
Well, for me, I had every offer in the country. I started office at 14 as a freshman in high school.
Right.
So I was blessed and fortunate enough to get those offers early on. I was able to visit those schools for 3 years. And make an informative decision. I feel like Florida State was the decision I wanted to make, and it was that decision. I had input in it, but at the end of the day, it was my decision. And for me, it just I really came down to Florida State, Alabama as like the final two. When I went through it, I had a final five, but those were the two I was really considering. And that's the school I felt most comfortable with, just because of that opportunity I was presented to me to be able to visit the school for 3 years. Even like I took a lot of visits, but being in the state of Florida, that was easy to drive 4 hours from Orlando to Tallahassee. You know, to check a school out that I had to spend 4 years at. Ultimately, it helped me shape me who the person I am today. Yeah, I'm forever grateful for my time at Florida State.
Now, of course, you get a chance, you get the opportunity to sign with the Upstart League, the XFL, and you sign with the Vipers. And, I know, unfortunately, because of everything that happened with COVID, the league unfortunately had to shut down. But, I mean, what did the league do for you? Like, how did it help you, kind of get to where you are right now in your career? I mean, even though it was a short span of time, you really got a chance to, like, further your talents and really show yourself a little bit more. What did the XFL really do for you?
Well, mentally, it was tremendous for me. Like man, that whole time just preparing for the XFL, man, I had a lot of time to prepare myself, work on my game, and reevaluate, myself as a player, but also as a person. And you know what I'm saying? Like I had a conversation with my friends today, man. I was like, man, like I would you know what I'm saying, rather be drafted and all that stuff, but like taking that route, man, it made me view the game different, man. And like I told him, like, man, it's just like when I'm out there, man, it's just I just like I feel cutthroat, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I
Right.
gotta, every play I feel like, what I'm saying, I gotta be Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the hunt. Like and that's just that mentality because, like for a second, so for a second in my career, like someone told me I wasn't good enough. And that's one of those moments where you gotta keep pushing
Right.
or give up, And me, I always knew I was good enough. You know what I'm saying? So I just went and put the work in, man. A lot of long days, just grinding, man. Like having blind faith, man. Just knowing that something was going to open. I knew I was, like I said, I knew I was good enough to be at this level in the NFL. So it was just a matter of going out there and doing it. The XFL provided a beautiful opportunity, not for just myself, but for a lot of guys that need that opportunity, man. And me, part of me, wants to see the league come back, because it's probably more guys like me that just need that opportunity, to
Right.
showcase themselves again and like remind people. And it was a beautiful opportunity because ultimately it gave me my opportunity to sign with the Bengals, and I'm forever grateful for it, because that's just like what I'm saying, God, he had it all planned out.
Now, of course, like you said, you get a chance to sign with the Bengals. You sign a couple of days before the draft, and like you said, we would have loved to have been drafted, but you get the opportunity to sign with the Bengals. And was there? I mean, was the Bengals your final? Like that's who you wanted from the get go, and you felt pretty good about heading to Cincinnati.
Yeah, just now my agent, they sorted through some things. They had a bunch of teams reach out. Um, it's just I feel like just being in the opportunity, just to be at that level, you
Right.
know, out, I just want to come in and help, and then the fact that I had one of my former college roommates on there, teammates, on Tate, that kind of helped too, like so. Man, it was just a blessing, man. Like to have, I remember coming after the draft, I had teams offer me free agent deals, but it wasn't a lot, but then it
Right.
coming, it went from a very few to you know, team area or everybody reaching out,
Right.
So it was, I was just, thanking God for that, man, just because it was amazing just to see how things, what I'm saying, you put your faith in him and believe in him, how he'll handle things for you. And all you just gotta do is meet them halfway and do your part. So it's a blessing, man. Like I'm blessed, to be able to get this opportunity.
I mean, it should be a very dynamic duo with you and Mixon in that backfield, and I think the strength that you guys can bring is going to be fun to see. Of course, you got Burrow there, and it's going to be fun to see you guys. Hopefully, we cover the Redskins here in this area, and we'll get a chance to see you guys when they come to Washington, if they are the Redskins by that time. So it'll be fun to see when that time comes. Now, let's head to my favorite segment of the show. It's time for Quick Ones. Now, I hope you're ready for Quick Ones. And the way Quick Ones works is kind of like rapid fire for those out there, but you can do one-word answers or you can explain. Now, most people explain, and we understand why. So if you explain, brother, I won't be upset.
All right.
All right, here we go. Quick Ones. First one. Favorite athlete growing up?
Tom Brady.
Wow, Tom Brady. Why Tom Brady, though?
Man, like I'm gonna tell you, I had like a love for playing quarterback,
right?
So like, that was my guy. Like that was one of the first guys that I started falling in love with the game. He was the guy. Tom Brady been playing since I was probably like 2 years old. So it's crazy that he's been in the league 20 years. I'm 23, so I was 3 years
let's
old.
see. So. Yeah, he's been in there a while. I think I was a junior in high school when he first entered the league. So
yeah,
I'm just
Tom Brady. I think he's like the same age as my mother, which is crazy. Like I think, so it's like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, but like that's the guy I look to, just because of look at the story. He was a 6th-round pick,
right?
You know what I'm saying? He got all those guys passed over him. Out of Michigan, he had his ups and downs there. He get there, and then he get his he didn't start out doing the starting, but the Drew Bledsoe went down and he got his opportunity. Like he ran with it, so that's an inspiring story, just to look at him, there's a lot of guys, like even Antonio Brown, guys like that, just inspiring story. So for him, that was my favorite player growing up.
All right, next one. Favorite sports moment.
Favorite sports moment. Probably, I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's a basketball moment.
If it's a basketball game, break it out, brother. I mean,
maybe like high school. Like I think we went to the district championship, and it was a game before the district championship. And we won like a buzzer beater. I had assist, a full court assist. Like before that happened, like I got fouled. You know what I'm saying? And I got hit 2 free throws to take the lead.
Right.
To tie the game. And I'm nervous, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even, like, it's crazy because I ain't even had played much this game, just because of the style that they was playing. Like, and I ain't even had played as much this game. So I come off the bench, and I get in. It's late in the game. I get fouled. I'm at the line. I'm nervous, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a rough week. Shooting free throws. I'm nervous. I go up there and knock down 2. And then we tie the game. We get a turnover. Call timeout. Then I passed the ball, broke the press.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the game with the layup. And that was probably like one of my coolest moments, just because that's the whole situation. Obviously I have like good moments in football, but like that I always take that to that moment when I think of a cool situation.
See, mine is kind of the opposite. I think I've had that moment. It was district championships, but they sent me to the line, and I missed both free throws. But see, I wasn't a great free throw shooter, so I think they knew to foul me, and I was nervous. And I just remember, like, going to the line, missing both shots. The only good thing is, we had some guys on the team that were able to kind of pick us up, and we were able to, persevere. But, man, I was nervous. I'll never forget how nervous I was shooting those free throws. It was a
funny story, though. I got to tell you one time, I remember the game had started. I think in my sophomore year, my coach, he put me in the starting lineup. And, I was playing 3 this game, so I was working from the top of I was working the free throw line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going back, you know what I'm saying? So I get in, first possession, second possession of the game. I get a jump, I'm wide open, splish. I hit it. So, you know what I'm saying? We run the play, we get down, we run the play. I'm supposed to pass the ball, but I'm saying they giving me space again. I shoot, airballed it. Hey, boy, I tell you, I got pulled out of that game so fast.
Come here, like coach, come on, man.
Well, you didn't say nothing about the first one.
Right, you made the first one. It's like, oh, he's solid. No, he got to go. Don't you hate when they give you that short leash?
He pulled me so fast. That was my first game starting though. I guess he thought because I had took the first 2 shots of the game. Like, we had to start. We had a star player on our team, so like he wanted him to take all the shots. Like basketball was never my main sport. I just did it, you know what I'm saying? Because I like playing basketball. But
right.
Yeah, but he went too far into that one. Boy, he pulled me real quick.
Come on, you gotta go. Like, man, come on, bro. All right, next one. Funniest teammate you've ever had.
Ooh, I went to Florida State, man. We had some true comedians. Funniest teammate. Well, I had probably this year for the XFL though. Dude named Marquise and then Jordan. And that's them two together. Oh man. Boy, I shot on the opposite side of the meeting room from them boys there.
Because you already knew, it's like, I ain't getting in trouble for these guys. I'm gonna go stand over here and watch from afar. They're gonna put me in there.
He had some characters at Florida State too, though, man. Like Naquan Murray, Reggie Northup, Keith Bryant. Oh, he had some characters at Florida, boy, man. All them Florida boys, you know, they love the joke.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, last one. So if you were going out to eat, let's say it's a dire moment, what is your go-to food place? Like if all hands down, like no matter what, this is my spot, I'm going there. If you can't think of nothing, what's your go-to food place?
Like if I'm going on a date?
No, it had to be you could do date too, but no, just for yourself. Like you're in a pinch, like, oh man, I gotta figure out what I want to eat. What's your go-to food place?
It really depends. In the off season, you know, when I ain't really watching my meals, I'll probably go to a place called L House. I don't know if y'all got that up there or not.
No, I don't have. Is it L House? Is it ALE?
Yeah, L House.
We got capital L House. I don't think we got L House, but
yeah, I get this thing called the Zinger Mountain Melt. We got chicken tenders, fries, bacon, cheese, and a side of honey mustard. You can get whatever sauce you want in it. Boy,
that Jake sound good, bro.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna have to investigate. Then you said that's in Florida?
That's in Florida.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that trip. I was gonna have to make that trip. That sounds good.
It's a crazy meal, yeah, boy. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of carbs, and I mean, it's a lot of calories.
Right.
It probably ain't the best for you to eat, but that's why I said if it's in the off season and I ain't really watching my meals crazy like that,
let's go.
I'll go there.
All right, everybody. That was a Jacques Patrick edition of Quick Ones. Now, Jacques, before we get off this bad boy, man, like once again, I truly appreciate you coming on. But I wanted to give you the opportunity. Any special projects you got working on? And I just wanted you to get the opportunity to leave your legacy here. What type of legacy do you want to leave when you have hung up the cleats and said, I'm done with football? What type of legacy do you want to leave?
Just it was something that I can always look back and be proud of. You know, I feel like, you know, people only gonna remember you so long from football. You know, once you're out of your moment, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you out of your moment. You know, I mean, there's only a few guys that really truly still are like icons in the sport. You know, like Deion Sanders and guys like that. But there was a lot of great players in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know, people don't really recognize. You know, if you're average, you know, the average fan. So. For me, I feel like just being a good person, you know, at the end of the day, leaving something behind, you know that having my last name stand for something, you know,
right?
And like when you hear my last name, you're like, oh, you know, it's not even just referring to me. If you hear my last name and my brother has it, or you know, say my future kids, or you know, future, you know, family, you know, like. When they hear that last name, they understand the meaning behind it. And that last name, you know, you can get into any door with that last name, you know. So that's one of the things, you know. I wanna my legacy. One of the part of my legacies I wanna, you know, leave behind.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here first from my man Jacques Patrick, the new Cincinnati Bengals running back. Man, brother, we truly appreciate you coming on here on episode 19. Man, we truly appreciate it.
No problem at all, man. It's my pleasure.
All right, everybody. I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. This has been episode 19 of One on One. Make sure y'all check it out. We got some great guests coming on for 20 and 21. But once again, Mr. Patrick, we truly appreciate you coming on, brother. Until next time, I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network.